Welcome. In front of me I have the TORRAS Guardian-Mag Case for iPhone 17 Pro, and I'll be going over unboxing along with a test fit, quick look at the case itself, its quality, how well it's made, along with just my general opinions about it. Now, one of the first things that I want to mention would be probably for people that design these cases and make them, produce them. I would recommend getting a better packaging kind of deal right here. These boxes for them are just, they look clean, they look minimal, but for the love of God, I don't give a shit about the minimal look of the case, the box itself. I care to know what the hell is there. And when I have like 3 different ones, well, this one is one case, this one is a different case, this one is a different case, and well, this one is a different case that has the same packaging as this one. I also have this one right here, same thing, and another one right here, same thing. They have 2 different designs for these. So we have either like the X kind of looking design, like the ones that I have right here, or this one. It doesn't really let me know what the hell is inside of the box, what kind of features the case itself has, and the only way that I can ever even grasp idea of what the hell is inside is by taking a look at the QR at the back and just reading this German writing, which I can only guess really what it says, as it is German, but it gives me just a little bit of understanding. But that doesn't still explain how the case actually looks like. Now, one design that I personally like, it's a little bit crowded, but still, here we go. This is a great kind of thing that you can put on your box to make it actually look and stand out. So I know exactly what the case is, what features it has, just maybe a little bit less crap right here. I can already see on the picture, but still, this is a bit better than just completely kind of black and weird kind of colored reflective surface that lets me know nothing apart from the company. Now, anyway, with that out of the way, let's get into it and actually see what we have inside. Okay, interesting. So we have changeable buttons right here. Okay. And we got the case itself with black buttons already applied. And, ooh, that out of the box, this already feels nice. I do want to say this case feels really nice, premium. I do like this one. So you can swap out the buttons for red or yellow. It comes with all black ones. Now, the one that you won't be able to swap out is going to be the camera button. This one will be just black, and there is no button that you can swap out here. So you can see that red and yellow ones. So we have the power button, of volume, and action. We're missing one more for the camera one. So this one is unreplaceable. Also have some QR code and how to put in your phone in a case. For God's sakes, I'm pretty sure we all know how to do that. Maybe put a bit more effort into your boxing rather than installation instructions. So, taking a look at the case itself, we have MagSafe right here. And the back right here is made out of plastic, while the rest is made out of rubber with every button covered. And we do have some decent thickness to it, so it's going to protect your device while dropping it pretty damn well. And it has this again, which I don't know why did they do this. I'm going to talk about it later on. So let's plug in our phone and start off with the display section and see how well it covers. And this one actually has one of the better coverage for the display with the biggest kind of clearance right here. So it's going to protect your device from being scratched on a table if you place it face down. And I already have a applied tempered glass, so it's already additional thickness over the normal one. So that's already pretty good. And next, the buttons, you can see they're all covered with their own kind of extended buttons, or however you want to call it. So it makes it super easy and nice to press. They do feel very premium because of the fact that you actually have another physical button in here. So I do like to see that. And additionally, the camera button is covered, also matches the case itself being black. It's a capacitive one, so it transfers over your inputs, as you can see. So there we go. So that's working pretty well. Now, if we take a look at the bottom, this is usually where cases tend to struggle with the precision, and this one does too by the looks of it. You can see that the speakers, the speaker holes on the phone itself, are positioned very close to the top side of the case, right here and here, while leaving a bit more empty space on the bottom side of the case. Just kind of maybe make the light shine a bit more evenly. You can still see it's very close to the bottom of it. Sorry, to the top. So that's one thing that at least here is a little bit miss. I did unbox this case right here, also from them, and this had a much more precise cutouts for them. Now, one thing that we can also talk about while we're at the bottom here is this hole that I mentioned before. It serves no purpose. I don't know why it's here. It's definitely not for a linear, because you would have to route it through here, which not the best design for routing your linear through here. There is no actual like linear area anywhere else, so it could possibly, or maybe they want you to like loop it through here between this hole and the speaker, but I just don't like that idea in general. So this is kind of a weird place right here for it. And also one more thing that we can test out while we have it here is taking a very chunky Type-C cable right here that I have, the body of it is, and seeing how well it fits. And there is enough clearance to not interfere with this cable whatsoever. It's being plugged in all the way, doesn't push the cable out or anything like that. This is very good clearance. And the reason I'm using this cable is because typically cables are about this big. So just to give you a comparison, these are two like different chunkiness cables. So this is a typical one that you would have. This one is, well, not so much. The thickness of it is pretty substantial. And what you sometimes might experience is that if the cutout right here is not big enough, it will be pushing out such a cable out because it won't be able to plug in all the way. So here we have fantastic clearance. This is a very thick body right there, so if this one can fit, most of your cables will most certainly fit. So that's it's good. Now if we flip it over to the back and check out the design right here, we have our MagSafe visible through here. We have one thing that I also want to talk about, which is a fantastic attention to detail. The plastic back, which is this area right here, that meets the rubber one, which is the bumper, is molded in a way that I just genuinely cannot feel the difference between them. Like, I can feel that there is a different material from one point to another, but I cannot feel the seam between these. It's molded perfectly, I would say. And that I'm pointing that out because when you're holding the device, or the case more like, this will make it feel much more premium. Like it just feels more refined. Like they did want to make it good. And this is something that is worth mentioning because most cases that I have tested don't put this much effort into having these two seams kind of be seamless. And it feels nice in hand when using this, as you have nothing that catches your fingers, your skin. It just feels smooth, which is very nice. Now, taking a look at the plateau right here, you can see it's exposed. Every case so far that I have reviewed from them, it gives us the exposed plateau right here. And that has two things to mention. One is with an exposed plateau, if you drop your phone, for instance, into your purse, where you have keys, some pocket change and whatever, it might scratch the plateau and the cameras. Now, when it comes down to cameras, if you want to protect those, we have several different ways we can protect the camera lens through different kind of methods. One of the ones that I can showcase right here is this one, and this one will be the one that will not work with this phone. So this is a full plateau cover. Now this one is designed for iPhone Air, but they make them for basically every iPhone. and that would basically cover this entire area in glass with specific cutouts for all the cameras. Just the I guess this one probably wouldn't be really cut out. It would have like this crappy ring around it, and the only hole that you would have in this is for the microphone, like you have right here, because we do have one right here. So this will not be usable for you with this case, because the thickness right here between the lens and the body is much thicker than the clearance right here from the camera protrusion to the actual like bumper of the case, the raised up kind of lip around the plateau. So you will not be able to use this. One other lens protector that you can find is ones that look exactly the same as they do on the iPhones. On the Samsungs. I've applied those on a video, and these could possibly work. I don't have them anymore to check it out. I did when we took them off. I think someone threw them out, so I don't have any more of them to check it out. These could maybe clear this space, though it's very iffy. And one that will definitely work here are the glass or plastic discs. Just a single kind of clear disc that is cut out to the same shape and size of the lens itself, and you would just put them on top right here, glue them directly to the glass only, and that would cover protect your lens like so. This one has no kind of problems that I mentioned, no clearance problems, no clearance right here, no protrusion or anything like that, so it will work basically with any case. And that is one that I can tell you that will definitely work with this one. So that's probably the only one that I'm very confident that would work. Any other ones, not so much. So I want to point that out, as some people do like to protect their lenses, and you're limited in choices right here. So I think actually sums it up. I think I talked about everything. One more thing that I didn't actually mention, which I do want to talk about, is the texture of the rubber bumper. It has this weird texture, which maybe I can show it on camera. Let's see if I can catch this. So you can kind of, oh, there we go. It's now catching focus. You can see it has a bit of a texture. This texture feels actually pretty nice to hold. Like I said, it adds to this kind of nice premium feel, refined look to, or refined feel to it, where the case just feels in hand premium. And yeah, it's something worth mentioning, as even the texture that they used does feel nice. Another thing that I actually didn't mention is the raise. So because this is plastic, this could technically get scratched, but you can see if I put it at an angle, there is a bit of a raised area right here at the bottom. So the plastic will always have clearance from the table that it's laying on. And obviously here we have more clearance that raises it up at an angle. So this plastic should never really be touching the table, realistically. The only time this will get scratched, like I mentioned before, is probably if you tend to drop your phone into something like a purse with keys and other things, or maybe you keep your phone in your pocket with pocket change and also keys. So this will definitely scratch the back of the casing right here, as it is plastic, and plastic is not that durable when it comes down to just scratching. So something to keep in mind when having any kind of case that has plastic back like this one. So anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.